Chieftain Cairn Bloodhoof befriended the savage orcs who had recently journeyed to Kalimdor. With the orcs' help, Cairn and his tribe were able to drive back the centaur and claim the grasslands of Mulgore for their own. Upon the windswept mesa of Thunder Bluff, Cairn built a refuge for his people. Over time, the scattered tribes united under a single banner. Though the noble Tauren are peaceful in nature, the rites of the Great Hunt are venerated as the heart of their spiritual culture. As a tribesman of Mulgore, you must test your skills in the wild and prove yourself in the Great Hunt.
Hail. What brings you here?
How?
You wish to speak? Winds be at your back. Walk with the Earth Mother.
I'm out of range. How may I aid you? Ancestors watch over you. Be careful. Greetings. Ah, I've been expecting you. Walk with the Earth Mother. Well met.
Peace, friend. What brings you here?
Greetings, traveler.
Ah, I've been expecting you. Walk with the Earth Mother. Winds be at your back.
How may I aid you? Go in peace.
It's too far away. Closer. I'm out of range. It's too far away. I've been expecting you. Go in peace. I need to get closer. I've been expecting you. Be careful, peace, friend.
Greetings. Farewell.
Well met. We shall meet again. I've been expecting you. Farewell.
You wish to speak? May the eternal sun shine upon thee.
Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore. That spell isn't ready yet. I need more mana. Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full. My mana is low. I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full. Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore. Inventory is full. I can't carry anymore.
What brings you here? Goodbye.
You wish to speak? May the eternal sun shine upon thee. What brings you here? Well met. Farewell.
Well met.
Hail. Go.
Inventory is full.
Just the thing for you.
Hail. Greetings. Goodbye. Looking for something special? May the eternal sun shine.
Greetings. What brings you here? We shall meet again.
Greetings, traveler.
Be careful.
Sometimes you look at guys, you kind of get the feeling, just based on their build and things like that when you watch them. And fantastic Grant Delpit, they trade back, get picks, and still get the free safety that we all thought fit in Grant Delpit. That is also fantastic. Jordan Elliott, I think, could have been a late second-round pick. I think this year this guy's going to get more production in the NFL than he did in college. Only 1 year full-time starter, and he got pressure. He had the burst off the line for an interior defense lineman and the moves to be able to get to the quarterback. He didn't get the sacks though, but I'm not one of those stat watchers. I actually watch how the guy actually plays from start to finish there. So I like Elliott. It's a really good pick. Jacob Phillips, around too early, but we're talking not by much there. So Jacob Phillips, I like. It's nothing. He's not a guy that's really going to wow. It's a guy that's pretty good in the run game. Coverage could need work. Harrison Bryant. Not a pick that not even close to hating, but I don't love this pick. A tight end that dropped the ball quite a bit, and you already got you paid Austin Hooper big money, and you have Joker too. You just picked up his option. Harrison Bryant's he's a weapon at the same time. He'll drop the ball here and there. I think 8 drops this year, but it's a weapon, so he could be solid for them. As Stefanski likes using tight ends a bit. We saw that in Minnesota. Nick Harrison, pretty good pick from Washington. Wasn't thrilled with the Senior Bowl practices really, but his tape in Washington was pretty solid. Donovan Peoples-Jones was a pretty big steal there at 6. Big body, mainly a red zone target type receiver there. So overall, the Browns did pretty darn well. I gave them an A. No like crazy, I think there's some good value picks here, but everyone went about where I thought they would go. Some good, filling the needs, good fits. So I gave him an A. I'm happy with the Browns draft there for sure. Cowboys are next. They start off round 1 with CeeDee Lamb. Once again, we had a great video grading all first-round picks. Lamb was my #1 receiver in the class. I view him as, every team's different though, but I do view him as the Cowboys' #1 receiver, and they got the #1 receiver at 17, which is wild. Trayvon Diggs, one of my guys, maybe my guy of the draft. Why? Because he was my cornerback too. The tape says it. The analytics says it. Show it. Trayvon Diggs is a playmaker with upside too. Only been at the cornerback position a couple years. He's a playmaker, really good at reading the quarterback. This is a big-time pick. This is a starting corner right here. You got in the second round. Neville Gallimore. Figured he would go second. Quarterback to the next level. It's a first-round grade for me, so it's an A+. Then you really go downhill. Grenard, I actually thought he could go around here, but I had a 5th-round grade on him. Zuniga was just much better pass rusher from Florida, in my opinion, based on the tape I watched. So it kind of felt like, all right, we need a pass rusher really bad. Let's just take somebody here. It's kind of what it felt like. Charlie Heck was a confusing pick, thought 6th, 7th round. Are they going to play him, at tackle, at guard? Are they going to play?
Ah, I've been expecting you. Winds be at your back.
The winds guide you. Ancestors watch over you.
Howard at tackle or guard. You know, it's just a bit of a reach, a little confusing. John Reed's, I think, he's a solid slot corner. It feels like the Texans have 5,000 of them. John also had a, a 6th-round grade with Reed, so it's a little early there from 6 to 4. Isaiah Coulter, I had a 6th-round grade. This one I don't really have a problem with. You know, some upside here. He's got some length on the outside, big playability here and there. Yeah, only 5 picks, and pretty much all of them besides Blacklock were reaches. I'm not really docking them for Coulter. You know, it was kind of tough to fill the needs of 5 picks, though. I gave him a C. The Blacklock one's really keeping him up because I really like Blacklock. I really like the idea of him, you know, with that group. You know, future is 2 Big 12 guys there, Blacklock and Omenahu. Omenahu I thought was an epic steal last year. So yeah, confusing one from the Texans, I suppose. Colts are next. Another strange draft, kind of all over the place here. Pittman, 2nd round, I'm okay with it. You know, I thought there was better receivers that were similar. You know, I liked Mims better. That's somewhat similar. Claypool and Y. You know, again, similar. The big body contested catch. I think there's just more to those guys' game. You know, Denzel Mims just the tape was better in general. Also has more speed. Claypool has kind of the ability to play outside just as good as Pittman, but he plays in the slot at a very high level as well. But I like Pitt. Jonathan Taylor. Now is one of the people that were a little lower on everyone else than Taylor because you know, the fumbles kind of get to me. But behind the really good offensive line, kind of splitting with the, that's the thing though. It's going to be good. They're going to limit the fumbles because they're going to split with Mack, Hines, that group. It's a good group behind the offensive line. But that's a guy you trade up for a guy that you're going to have to limit. But he could have replaced Mack. Marlon Mack could be gone after this year. So okay with that pick, I suppose. Julian Blackman was a little early. And I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to do with him because I view him as a free safety. Perhaps slot corner. But he used to play
I'm out of range.
outside corner, and just the physicality of, you know, he'll come up and hit people, so not in that way. Just,
It's too far
I guess,
away.
you know, right at the line, right when the route starts, and then the point of the catch there. Physicality was kind of lacking. They had to move him to corner safety for a reason. He has upside of free safety. They have Malik Hooker. What are they going to do with him? Does have injury concern. It was a little early. So far, solid players. Not in love with the Colts draft, but Jacob Eason's an A-plus pick. And I love the fit out how there's an A++ pick here for Jacob Eason. Danny Pinter's one of those ones where it's a reach in the 5th. I thought 7th to undrafted, but it's kind of one of those ones where you get a little bit of pass because I really like the fit as well. To me, it's like that exact Hague replacement. They lost to the Buccaneers, so that works out there. I think you can play guard or tackle. Robert Winsdor, I think, from Penn State. Kind of an awkward guy, you know, pretty strong. Goes down a lot before he gets tackle. That's something I didn't like, so I thought I'm going to draft the guy there. Isaiah Rogers from UMass. It's going to be a rotation corner there, so that, you know, that tells me Blackman, they've got to be playing at safety, I would think. Patman I like, so you see you're back and forth. There's picks, okay, okay picks. Picks I really like, kind of like Eason. Picks I definitely don't like at all. And then Desmond Pat's a really good pick. Glasgow to 6, okay. So I'm really back and forth on this draft. It's a really tough one to grade. I gave it a C+. There's more that I dislike than more than I do like, but there's some big ones, you know, some impact players in here as well. Just some reaches, too many reaches for my life. But C+, you know, it's not like it's a bad grade. I wouldn't really consider it a bad one for the Colts there. Going on to the Jags, a lot of picks for the Jags. Talk about both their first-round picks in my grades video, my day 1 grades video. Henderson was early for me, but I guess I like the situation. He's the ultimate upside corner. Jaguars got, you know, they're kind of rebuilding here a little bit. Chase Son's a great pick, fantastic. Chenault's a fantastic pick. Hamilton, around early, and I just remember, this is the ones that I can remember who they passed on. I guess that's not really a good sign. I don't know how you pass on Neville Gallimore here. I mean, today, more of today's nose tackle, just a better one. So, you know, it's not a terrible pick, but I just don't like that. Ben Bark's a solid pick for them. You know, actually could be, he won't be starting this year. Next year could be the starting left tackle. Josiah Scott will be a slot corner for them. He's a pretty good slot corner. Shaq Quarterman, a weird prospect. I think a good blitzer. It almost feels like to me he could be a pass rusher, but he doesn't have the ability to be a pass rusher. Maybe a little early. Daniel Thomas started to grow on me the last month, we'll say. Colin Johnson was a fantastic pick.
I have just the thing for you.
Jake Luton, a solid pick there. Didn't have much on top. A fantastic pick. Hamilton around early, and I just remember this. The ones that I can remember who they passed on. I guess that's
May
definitely a
the
good sign.
eternal sun
I don't know how you
shine
pass on Neville
upon
Gallimore here. I mean, today more of today's nose tackle, just a
What
better
brings
one.
you here?
No, it's not a terrible pick,
friend.
but I still
What
like that.
brings you
Ben Bart's a solid pick for them. You know, actually could be.
May
He
the
won't be starting this
eternal
year.
sun
Next year could be the starting left tackle.
Been expecting you.
Josiah Scott will be
How?
a slot corner for them. He's a pretty good slot corner. Shaq Quarterman, a weird prospect. I think a good blitzer. It almost feels like to me he could be a pass
We'll
rusher. But he doesn't have
be
the
at
ability to
your
pass
back.
rusher.
May
Maybe
the
a little
eternal
early.
sun
Daniel Thomas started to
shine
grow on me
upon
the last month, we'll say. Colin Johnson was a fantastic pick. Jake Luton, a solid pick there. Didn't have much on Tyler Davis, and Chris Clay Brooks was the 7th round pick there. So again, I don't really dock any points if you take an undrafted guy in the 7th round. So a lot of picks, they got better. A lot of picks I really like. A lot of picks that I don't like. But for the most part, there was definitely more good than bad for sure. So I gave them a B+ there for the Jags. Moving on to the Chiefs. Chiefs didn't have a graphic. Well, at least I didn't see one. Maybe I missed it. Graphic with all their picks, but they had a cool Edwards-Helaire graphic they made there. So pretty cool.